please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Hello and welcome to our special coverage on Akshaya Tritya. I am Manisha Gupta. This year, Akshaya Tritya is expected to boost the gold demand as it coincides with the wedding and festival season. Moreover, the government has launched sovereign gold bonds, which is available at post offices, banks and stock exchanges, giving an assured return of 2.5% per annum. But before we go any further, let's go across to Yash Chan, who's joining us now from the Zaveri Bazaar in Mumbai. Yash, hi. It must be buzzing around you right now. What is it that you're picking up? What is the mood like?
Well, this street here in the Zaveri Bazaar area of Mumbai has been buzzing with customers on this auspicious day of Akshaya Tritya. Remember, after 2 years of subdued demand, the shopkeepers here in Zaveri Bazaar tell me that on this day of Akshaya Tritya, they are experiencing a demand push as far as the yellow metal is concerned. In fact, as far as the trading day is concerned, there is an evident positive trend in gold sales, and they expect to close the day with a jump of about 10 to 15% as far as gold sales are concerned. What is really helping gold sales this time around? Remember, the marriage season this time comes along with Akshaya Tritya, and according to these shopkeepers, that is getting a club demand for the yellow metal. Not just that, the gold prices are expected to remain steady in short to medium term because of the threat which is being posed by the other asset classes, which also makes gold a safer investment bet. So that is an encouragement here. What is really working against gold sales this time? Remember, the biggest reason here is the return. Gold has been an underperformer as compared to other asset classes, which is becoming a slight discouragement as far as investment aspect is concerned. Not just that, it's also the price aspect. Remember, gold has been trading at the highest price historically on the day of Akshaya Tritya, so that is also somewhere becoming a discouragement. Nevertheless, these shopkeepers here are going all out in giving discounts as far as the making charges are concerned through various promotional offers to make sure that gold does not lose its sheen just yet.
Oh, well, absolutely. Brightly lit and a lot of buzz behind you. Ashish, thank you so much for joining us for that. But let's also get in our panel of experts now and understand on what importance does Akshaya Tritya hold and what is the sense and returns that you can expect when you buy gold today. Joining us now is Mr. P.R. Somsundaram, who is MD, World Gold Council. We also have with us Mr. C.B. Singh from the Bureau of Indian Standards. Sanjeev Bhatia is CFO, PC Jewelers, and Ishu Datwani is founder, Anmol Jewelers. Gentlemen, hi, thank you so much for joining us right now. Well, what a day it has been. Happy Akshaya Tritya to you to begin with. And Som, let me start with you first. What is your sense? How have you seen the Akshaya Tritya been? And there are a lot of Twitter queries really today. We have been inviting that. We have Pankaj who's asked the question today that are we mixing investment and religion when it comes to Akshaya Tritya as a festival? So when we talk about days like Dhanteras and Akshaya Tritya, these are the 2 days when we buy gold. And yes, it perhaps is mixing culture and religion with investment in sense of gold, but then gold means much more than investment for us. What is your sense? Should there be more days like that, or shouldn't we be mixing days?
Well, I think we need, first thing is, it is good that we have these 2 occasions. I wouldn't say that for everything has to be changed. You know, why should we change something which we are proud of? I think these 2 dates are very important. As I said, trade puts in a lot of work towards making this a success, and I think we should keep up the tradition. But if you were to ask me, yeah, should we de-seasonalize gold demand? I think there is a merit in talking about it, because trade does tend to get very seasonal, although actually our buying habits are such that we accumulate gold for a wedding or for a particular occasion over years actually. So in a sense, this seasonality is just in every annual buying. It is the seasonality is not in accumulating gold. So there is a merit in de-seasonalizing. I think the tools like the digital gold that we are seeing, when people can buy as and when they have a little money, buy a piece of gold, keep it vaulted somewhere and use it later to buy jewelry. I think that would come in. We see initial trends of that, and they are very positive. And do we need more occasions like this? I think we need more occasions, certainly for gold. That will also help exports. That will, we have tourist seasons. So why should we not be targeting the tourists? So yes, we need more occasions to market gold to various segments of the population. We also need to seasonalize, de-seasonalize gold buying through modern platforms like digital.
Well, absolutely. Digital really seems to be picking up. That's yet another area. While, of course, people are buying physical gold, they also are buying ETF and digital gold too. But, when we compare gold to equities, we clearly have seen that equities have outperformed. How would you like to see a portfolio? What part of gold should be in a portfolio which perhaps holds other asset classes as well?
As you know, gold does not have a coupon. At the same time, it doesn't have a counterparty risk. I mean, these are basic facts about gold that we all know. So in a sense, when we say gold does not give a return, all that we are saying it is gold price hasn't moved, which means the other asset classes have moved. The very fact that gold is inversely linked with the other asset prices, with dollar, with other asset classes, is a good thing. That is what makes gold a very important portfolio diversifier. So we have done our studies and we have found that any portfolio with gold performs better over a long period of time. So looking at it in a very short term will be we might draw conclusions which are not necessarily correct. So I would think that regardless of the price, given all the geopolitical complexities, no one can foresee the future, and therein lies the strength of gold. I think a part of the savings being kept in gold, whether you are a household, you are an institution, it makes a lot of sense. I don't think we should be behaving like traders, looking at a mark to market of our gold savings every day.
So, so what would you say? How much gold should one hold in their portfolios? What is that percentage that you would advise?
Well, there is no one absolute figure. It all depends on how exposed you are, what's your exposure on equity markets, riskier assets, and what's your exposure on debt, what's your exposure on alternative assets. So there is no one fixed percentage, but generally it is seen that between 5 and 20% is what I would say. But it all depends on individual portfolios. I think the advice has to be taken from the portfolio managers. But the range is between 5 and 20, depending on how risky your portfolio otherwise is.
Well, yes, need more days to buy gold. And of course, any portfolio needs gold for that stability that other asset classes perhaps wouldn't give you because of the volatility. Thank you for that, Som. But Mr. Singh, I would want to come to you as well. How are you advising customers who are buying gold today? How many hallmark licensed jewelers are there? Because I understand it is still, a lot desired in this field. We still are awaiting the final mandatory laws in case of hallmarking. But what is the scenario right now? What are people buying?
So when a customer goes out to a BIS recognized outlet, and let me here clarify, we have about 23,000 BIS recognized outlets where hallmarked articles are sold, be it gold or in silver. Now, and this number is also increasing at a very high pace, if I can say so, because if you see in the last 2 to 3 years, the increase in the jewelers' license, those jewelers who have decided to be a part of the hallmarking scheme of BIS, their number has grown a lot. So that shows confidence in the hallmarking. Now, when a person goes there to buy a gold or silver article, hallmarked article, then he should first see whether it is BIS recognized or not. For that, the retail outlets is supposed to display prominently the BIS certificate which has been given to him, which will have the BIS logo and also the registered mark or number that jeweler. So that one must see. That would give an assurance to the customer that yes, this is a shop, this is a recognized shop. Then he should also see that the bill which is given to him, on that bill, the jeweler's number or mark is there and also BIS logo. The third is that on the article which he is buying, the artifact which he is buying, he or she must ensure that 4 marks are there. The first mark is the BIS logo. The second is of the purity, which is in carat as well as in fineness. And there are only 3 grades of hallmark as far as gold is concerned. One is 22 carats, which is reflected there as 22K, and then 18 carat and 22 and 14 carat. Now, corresponding to that, the fineness is also there. Like for 22 carat, it is 916. That means in 1,000 part, 916 part is gold. So this is how a customer should approach the whole scheme, the whole thing when he's going for purchase of a hallmarked article.
Sure. So, Mr. Singh, my next question really is about the regulations from the government on mandatory hallmarking. When are they really expected? What is your preparedness on the same? Is the market ready for this? Because as you said, only 23,000 jewelers are ready for it. We understand that there are more than 1 lakh jewelers in India right now. So if we just are at 25% of licensed jewelers in India, and with the quantum of people who would be going out and buying gold and jewelry today, clearly all of them wouldn't be getting hallmark jewelry.
See, the new regulations, because the new act is there, under that a new regulation has to be made. That has been made. It can be, I think, in the next 15-20 days, maybe in a month, the new regulations would come. And after that, government, it is entirely up to the government to take a call regarding when they want to make it mandatory. But as far as preparedness is concerned of BIS, we are prepared, because as I mentioned, it is a market-driven exercise. So if there is a demand for gold, for hallmark jewelry, then the supply, the corresponding supply would also come up, both in terms of increase in the retail outlets as well as more NH centers coming up. You see that without announcement of mandatory hallmarking, there is a huge growth in the jewelers, as well as jewelers who have decided to be part of the scheme, as well as an ANH center. I mentioned the ANH centers, the private players, they will see a scope of business, and wherever there is a demand, the ANH centers would come up, and if it is made, hallmarking is made compulsory, then the jewelers will also get registered. So it is depending on the government announcement. The government announces, then within a very, very short time, because in any announcement they have to give, after that they have to give a switchover time. It could be 3 months, it could be 6 months. So within that period, I'm sure NH centers would come up.
Mr. Singh, also throw some light on the costing part of this, because I understand what the customers are buying today is the cost plus 3% GST. When you add the hallmarking to it, what is the cost per piece? How does the resale happen? How is the whole scenario then work? Because I understand there is assaying, there is hallmarking, and then there is a buyback surety that also needs to come from this.
See, first of all, the cost of getting an article hallmarked is just ₹35. 35 for gold and 25 for silver. So, I hear many people say that if the hallmark is expensive, which is not the case. If you see, compared to the total cost of the gold jewelry, hallmark is a very minuscule part of it. It is almost negligible, if I can say so. The second part is that if somebody has bought a hallmark jewelry, if he wants to get it tested, then he can go to any of the NH centers, and he can pay the fee for that, which is about ₹35, as I mentioned, about testing of a hallmark article, and then he can get the purity tested. And if in the event if it is not up to the declared purity which is there on the article, then he can lodge a complaint and the complaint is very simple. It is BIS has an app through which they can do it, or they can lodge a complaint online or in writing, offline, and then NH centers are penalized by way of derecognition, And similarly, the 2 times, to the extent of 2 times the impurity, the difference of the purity, that will be refunded by the jeweler. So let's say if it is 20 carats, if it is marked 22 carats and the jeweler has given 20 carats, then 2 times the difference will be paid to the customer by the jeweler.
Just told you on how it is important to have gold in your portfolio, and also the hallmarking rules on how you should be buying your gold, from where and what you should be checking for. But now let's go across to Manisha and Jude to get the pulse of what is happening in Ahmedabad and Chennai. Manisha, coming to you first, tell us about how the customers are looking to buy gold. Is the price being a big dent? Are people buying wedding jewelry? What exactly are they buying?
देखिए, इस वक्त हम हैं अहमदाबाद के एबी ज्वेल्स के शोरूम में। यहाँ पर मेरे पीछे जैसे आप देख रहे हैं कि लोग जमकर खरीदारी कर रहे हैं। आज अक्षय तृतीया का दिन है और आज के दिन सोना खरीदना काफ़ी शुभ माना जा रहा है, तो लोग इसको देखकर खरीदारी कर रहे हैं। हमारे साथ कुछ महिलाएं हैं जिन्होंने सोना खरीदा हुआ है। मैडम, ये बताइए कि आज का दिन शुभ है, इसलिए आप खरीदारी करने निकली है?
हाँ।
और किस तरह की खरीदारी आप करना चाहेंगे?
सोने के दाम तो है, लेकिन यहाँ पे ऑफर्स अच्छी है, इसलिए हम अच्छे दिन शुभ होता है, इसलिए हम सोने की खरीदी कर रहे हैं।
मैडम, ये बताइए कि सोने की कीमतें जो है 32,500 के आसपास पहुँच चुकी है, तो आप किस तरह का सोना खरीदने का आयोजन कर रही है? थोड़ा कम खरीदेगी?
मतलब समझो अभी क्या है कि बजट के हिसाब से सब अपने हिसाब से बाय तो करने वाले हैं, मगर यहाँ पे ऑफर्स बहुत अच्छी है, सब चीज़ में अलग अलग है, तो उस हिसाब से तो डेफिनेटली बाय करेंगे।
तो जितना आप हर साल खरीदती है उतना ही खरीदिएगी?
हाँ, शायद उससे ज़्यादा।
तो यहाँ पर महिलाओं में उत्साह काफ़ी है। आप देख रहे हैं कि सोना उतना ही खरीदना चाहती है। कीमतें भले ही बढ़ गई हो, 32,000 के आसपास कीमतें चली गई है, लेकिन सोने के जो खरीदार हैं उनका उत्साह उतना ही बना हुआ है।
Well, absolutely. Even as the gold prices are high, it is the offers, discounts and the waiver charges which have been waived off that is keeping all of those people on. But from Ahmedabad to Chennai, and Jude Sanath now joins us. Jude, hi. What is the mood like in Chennai right now?
Well, if you're in Chennai, you know for a fact that there's an absolute craze as far as gold is concerned. And it's no different this year as well, even as I bring you these visuals and an update from the showroom of NAC Jewelers, who of course is a well-known name as far as these parts are concerned. As you can see, the auspicious time for buying gold is well and truly upon us, which is why you're seeing a bit of a crowd in these showrooms. There are people thronging to see what's new, what's different this year. I'm told the mood also as far as buying is a little enhanced this year when compared to previous years. And before we go any further, Manisha, I have to tell you, the seasonal favorite every Akshaya Tritya is pretty much what I'm holding in my hand right now. This is in fact a sovereign of gold. It is a coin, and it's known in Tamil as a kasamala, which literally means, you know, a necklace made of gold. And as you can see, there's an engraving of goddess Lakshmi here. Buying this, we are told, it's well known, is bound to bring auspiciousness, of course, to the person who owns a coin much like this. And that, of course, is the seasonal favorite, much like every other year, this year as well. But it's not just coins that are, of course, a favorite this year around. There are other items, much like necklaces, bangles as well, that, of course, are favorites. Solunga madam, enna vaangringa in the season?
$1 வாங்கிட்டு இருக்கேன் சார்.
Okay, so as you can see, there's of course $1 that's being bought for the necklaces. எத்தனை கிராம் வாங்குறீங்க?
8 grams sir.
Okay, so as you can see, you know, small purchases, this of course is about 8 grams. We're also told that the average ticket size for a purchase is between 10 to 15 grams. So per customer, that could go up to as much as 45,000 rupees for every purchase. We're told that footfalls this year also are easily 10 to 12% more when compared to previous years. Last year, rather, given the fact there was that bogey of demonetization that was hanging upon, you know, the industry as far as last year is concerned. We're also told, as far as this year is concerned, that buying is largely happening in cash. There is, of course, a sufficiency of cash as far as buying gold here in Chennai is concerned. Back to you, Manisha.
Thank you so much for that, Jude, and I can see that you are totally enjoying yourself there, and I hope you also buy some gold before you head home today. All right, so that of course is what is happening in Chennai. South India of course has a big buzz, and we understand that 20 to 25% surge in buying is what could be reported in this year as compared to previous year. But also joining us is now Sanjeev Bhatia from PC Jewelers. Mr. Bhatia, hi. We just saw the buzz at Chennai, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, etc. What is the sales expectation that you are estimating from today?
We are factoring in an increase of 20% in value, and since the prices have gone up, so about 15% in volume. But this is obviously an internal budgeting process which we are working on, and the day has just started, and let's hope for the best.
Absolutely. Also, Mr. Bhatia, what is, as Jude was also mentioning, we've gone through a GST, a demonetization. Now the mandatory usage of PAN card also has been put on. Hallmarking is something that we just talked about. How do you think of an impact of all of this on the industry?
So all these steps are only making this industry more regulated, more compliance friendly, and in the sense it is again what we have been saying since last year. It is now pushing more industry towards the organized sector, and as one of the major players in the organized segment, we are getting the benefit of that. Tanish is also saying the same thing, and we are also saying the same thing. Whatever regulations, compliances government is bringing on this thing, it is frankly making the entire sector move more towards the organized this thing, and which is very good for the industry as well as consumers we feel, because hallmarking, gold purity certification, so this is very good for the consumers. PAN card, etc. We feel that all these are very good steps.
Well, your point is well taken. Getting Ishu Datwani in the conversation as well. And, while of course gold buying is big and having it in your portfolio is huge as well. But if you look at the history, the trend shows that investment buying in India has been on a decline. But the jewelry buying, that one of course has been steady.
I have already seen a little decline in the physical purchase of bullion in terms of gold coins and, the 100-gram bars. We've seen a steady decrease of that over a period of time, which I think is good as far as the jeweler is concerned, because that really is not where you make money. That is a very minuscule percentage, should be a minuscule percentage of a jeweler's sale. We always push for jewelry sales more than, pure gold sales. And, that's where we are seeing business happening. And also, coincidentally, there is weddings happening. There are weddings in May, June, July. So a lot of people come and buy on Akshaya Tritya because it's auspicious, although it may be a wedding purchase, but it's done on the Akshaya Tritya day because it's auspicious. So, it gets all combined, and one really doesn't know whether this is pure Akshaya Tritya buying or a wedding buying, but it's done on the Akshaya Tritya day. So I expect a lot of those people also to come in and shop on the Akshaya Tritya day.
Ishu, through the day today, we have had various experts from the Indian markets and the global experts as well. We've been asking them on where they expect the gold prices to head from here on. And of course, it has been anywhere between 1400 to 1450 on the higher side. Gold prices have gained 8% in the past 1 year. What is the sense that you're getting in the Indian markets in sense of Indian prices, or where the gold prices could be headed?
Yeah. So I always tell my clients to buy gold as a sense of security and as a sense of saving. I never push the investment angle. But even the last time I was in your studio, and I was the only one who was saying that I'm bullish on gold. Other people, there was an analyst who said that he feels the price should go down. Even now going forward, my personal opinion is that the price should go down. And one of the reasons I see the price going up, the price going up, not down, is because I do believe that rupee will depreciate going forward. So that will also add to the cost. And even the international market of gold, I see it, a little more bullish.
Well, absolutely. Bullish gold prices, good buying happening in the Indian markets. Of course, we have had a whole host of experts telling you on what to buy, where to buy, how long to hold it on, and what kind of returns that you can expect on your investments today.